Hi everyone, it's Carolyn and I'm here to share another channeled message from the LightKeepers, a group of angelic beings I channel on a regular basis for your use. And with that today, I want to quickly share that I do have a video on flow below that's free for you, and the flow information is about establishing health and wellness within your body with certain things that you can do. It comes from my distance energy healing business, and so what I've done is I've combined all of that from the various sessions that I've had that have proven to me that we need flow in our body, and I've created a video for that. So go ahead, check it out below. And if you're on higher self, you'll need to head over to my YouTube channel, probably, Carolyn Zaiser, and you'll be able to get that video. All right, so today's channel is really on the topic of death. Now, don't stop the video. Just keep listening, because first of all, we're all going to experience this, even if you haven't experienced it yet with anyone that you care about. And secondarily, this is a little different than what you think. I'm going to give you my takeaways on the experiences that I've had with people passing, most particularly a recent loved one, and how that sparked my journey, but really the aftermath of that. So I'm just going to get going on the video right now and then share my information with you, and then you can take it away and think about this for yourself and hopefully incorporate it into your life. We speak to you this day, for you have lost a loved one. For why do you cry? Is it because there was so much undone, so much left to be done? What of the need to forgive? Are you in sorrow because of undone hurts that were left on the doorstep? The grief that one feels, dear ones, can be caused by the undoing of what has been left undone. For as humankind, there is much that goes unsaid, unspoken, and is buried deep down. And that then, when death, as you call it, comes knocking, what then? Sorrow seems to be your only path. Sorrow overtakes you daily, but this does not have to be your path. For all that was undone and left to do is still able to be done, to be finished, so that your sorrow of this path will be released from your being. Your inner being, knows forgiveness. Your inner being knows how to forgive any wrong. Now that the wrongs have not been dealt with, by this we mean dealt with by you and integrated and surfaced for greater understanding, you feel sorrow and grief. It is not just that your beloved is no longer in human form. It is that you feel as though you have missed being open and honest in delving down into the hurt that happens to all in this human journey. But it can be still a pathway for healing. For when you release the unforgiving, the pain and sorrow of the past with your beloved, the undone becomes done. You are released. Speak to your beloved. Speak, for they will hear you with their soul of souls, to your soul of souls. Speak openly. Speak honestly of the undone. Speak of the hurt. Speak of the loss. Speak of the forgiving, so that both may be released, but mostly for you to be released from the undone. For it is with these actions that you will and can move forward, even though your beloved is no longer in human form. They, however, are near you and by your side whenever you call upon them. Speak aloud. Talk of your grieving. Talk of your unforgiveness. Speak it loudly. Cry it out loud. For it is with this that you will be freed from your journey forward, releasing you to lightness and being, to your pathway in this lifetime. For we love you and guide you this day, forevermore, the LightKeepers. So, that's the channel that I'm calling Death. And yet, what I want to point out here in this channel that I thought was so neat is they didn't just talk about the forgiving and the letting that go and that grieving part that can hold us back so much. And I actually have a video on grief that you can take a look at. But they go further. And this is the part I want to hit on. They hit on the part that our relationships don't end here. Yes, we're all going to have something we didn't say, we didn't do, we shouldn't have said. And of course, after somebody passes away, all of those things come back to you. It can't help but happen. And it just does. And you think, oh, what could I have done differently? Why didn't I do this? And then what you do is you just painfully beat yourself down. And that isn't good for anyone. Again, I have the grief video that you can access. But this, they take one step further. And I'm the best example of this happening. You can speak to your loved ones. And yes, lots of times, especially during this awakening, your intuitive gifts are going to start to open up the further you journey on this path. and you can actually have conversation. And of course, that kind of gets into the whole idea of being a medium in many ways, so we won't really go there. But my point is everybody can do this. I firmly believe this. It's just that we don't try, and we don't think it's possible, and we think it's silly that only mediums can do this. Well, we all have these intuitive gifts, and they burst open as we continue through this journey. But my point is forget the fact that you maybe won't hear them in the beginning. But what I want you to do when or if death comes your way of a loved one, or if it already has, and in many cases for us, it's just the way life is, speak out loud to them in your heart of hearts. Speak out loud or spend time in quiet meditation, which is where I found my ability to really access Kent. And just speak your heart and you can even ask a question, and you can just listen. And this takes patience, as the whole spiritual awakening journey does. So don't set it aside if it doesn't work the first time, second time, third time, fourth time. Just keep doing it. Keep building your meditation practice. And some of you may already be connected and have this experience that I have. But what has happened for me is with Kent is I've had signs and messages coming in spades, especially the first year. But now we actually talk. We're able to communicate regularly. And it's through thought. I can speak out loud and then I hear his thought back. It's his cadence. It's his rhythm. It's not his voice, I would say, because there's not a voice, but it's in my mind, and it is his cadence, rhythm, intonation, the words he would choose to use. So we talk back and forth, and on a regular basis. Now, to get there was a journey, and I didn't expect it to happen. It just kind of happened because it's actually part of my bigger journey with my distance energy healing business. But it's there for all of us. I firmly believe this. But what we so often do not have is patience. We also don't believe that we can do it. We don't think we're powerful beings and that we have that ability. Oh, yes, we do, because there's only a veil between us and them. So what I would say to you next time, and I could talk all day long about this topic and how I have, really gotten... built the strength of that gift. And what I would say to you is patience, fortitude, knowing you are powerful. You're no different than me or any other medium you see on TV or who's, chatting with everybody who's ever passed away. The important thing is to start, to feel it, to understand it, take it seriously and with reverence, and not with a loved one, obviously you're going to do that, but because it's powerful and it can happen to you. And I would say to you, build yourself a meditation practice as well with the quiet spaces. And that allows us, as many of you know, going through this awakening journey, to feel the deeper within, to connect to ourselves, and to understand that all of our answers are within, and that, yes, we are still connected to all of those that have passed that we love. And they are here for you. They are here to support you. And all you have to do is ask, and you will receive with patience and fortitude in your journey. So that is a bit about my story today, and with this beautiful channel that tells us that those who have passed that we loved and cared for are never not with us. They are, and you can call upon them. So I hope you enjoyed this channel, and I wish you the best. Thank you.